Here's your First Warned Weather forecast first, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
Well, it has been a very hot and humid Tuesday afternoon as temperatures today made it into the upper 90s. The peak heat index across the area up near 110, 115 degrees. We're currently at 96 in Rockford, feels like 109, 99 in Janesville, 93 in Rochelle, and 96 right now down in Sterling with a heat index of 114. Now for some, we have some thunderstorms that have started to develop and a couple severe thunderstorm warnings for portions of the area as storms have quickly developed east and northeast of Rockford. Keeping an eye on some of the showers that are off to the west of us. That is out ahead of a cold front that moves in later tonight. We'll look at what we can expect here as we go through this evening as well as into tonight and how long the humid conditions stick around, all coming up in the First Warned forecast a little later.
A weekend shooting leaves a man in critical condition. The Wisconsin resident charged with attempted murder.
Plus, beating the heat, how state-line shelters are giving residents some relief from these high temperatures.
And a local nonprofit gets a new home, the expansion allowing this food bank to better help the community.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We thank you for being here. Tonight, a Janesville man is arrested after a weekend shooting in Machesney Park.
Early Saturday morning, Winnebago County Sheriff's deputies were called to an apartment on Minns Drive for reports of a gunshot victim. A 21-year-old man was found with a gunshot wound to his back. He was taken to the hospital and at last check was reported in critical condition. A short time later, deputies saw a vehicle leaving the area and pulled it over. During a search of the car, a handgun was found. Miavante Cooper is charged with attempted murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and unlawful use of a weapon. He's currently being held in the Winnebago County Jail.
The state line is under another extreme heat warning tonight,
with the heat index making it feel like temperatures are in the triple digits. Let's check back in with Candace for more on this hot weather.
Yeah, guys, we have had one of our hottest days so far this summer season as temperatures warmed into the upper 90s. We've had 4 previous days where temperatures have made it to 94 degrees. So today surpassing that this afternoon. Now that heat and humidity has led to some severe thunderstorms, isolated severe thunderstorms that quickly developed over the last 30-40 minutes as we've got severe thunderstorm warnings now for parts of eastern Rock County, Walworth County, as well as now for the storm moving into McHenry County. These go until 5:30. The severe thunderstorm warning we had for Boone County, that storm is pretty much out of that county now in McHenry County. So the storms in southern Wisconsin are kind of fizzling out a bit, but this storm moving into west central McHenry County north of Marengo actually has some sizable hail possible with it. So heads up if you are in that direction. Again, that'll be approaching the 23 corridor there in McHenry County north of Marengo, but also could have some gusty winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. You can really see how these thunderstorms just developed rather quickly with the heating of the day. We've also got some showers there that are back off to the northwest of us. Now, as you mentioned, we've got a lot of heat out there, so those excessive heat warnings remain in place through this evening as the heat index expected to stay in the triple digits through at least 7-8 o'clock for some here tonight. But some additional thunderstorms will be possible, so guys, I'll time those out coming up in the forecast a little later.
Candace, thank you. Those high temperatures have caused a weekly Forest City tradition to be canceled. Today, Nicholas Conservatory has called off Food Truck Tuesday. Organizers cited the excessive heat warning and potential for severe thunderstorms as a reason for the cancellation. Next week, Food Truck Tuesdays will start the new fall hours. The event will run from 4 to 8 p.m. every week until October 29th.
This week's temperatures raise concerns for people 60 and older. Health officials say they can be especially susceptible to heat-related illnesses due to medical conditions. Those include heart disease and diabetes, which can cause issues with adapting to high temperatures. But there could be more dangers when it comes to medication as well.
Your body does not sweat as much, and some older people also have issues with possibly with their skin. Their skin changes over time, and so they can't evaporate that through their skin as easily.
Health experts say for days like today, it's best to limit the time outside to about 20 to 30 minutes while hydrating consistently and wearing breathable, light clothing.
With this intense heat, cooling shelters have opened across the state line.
Our Blake Dietz visited one today. And Blake, how are they helping residents beat the heat?
Yeah, Mimi, Wendell, I spent the morning out in this heat, and it is certainly nothing to take lightly. Cooling Center Carpenter's Place was filled with those looking for a respite from the sun. Outside the homeless day shelter, I met a landscaper handing out water. He told me it's usually for him to drink as he works through the day. However, this heat wave has flipped his schedule upside down.
Waiting out the heat because it's so hot out there, you have a sunstroke. I'm pushing the jobs off until later this afternoon because it's so hot. So I probably get out there around about 5:30. Anybody that's out here right now, be awful careful. Stay hydrated, drink plenty of water because it's so hot now you can have a sunstroke out here easily.
And Wendell, Mimi, experts say that heat stroke can develop in just 10 to 15 minutes with these temperatures. I'll have more on this dangerous heat wave coming up at 6.
Blake, thank you. A state line manufacturer begins construction on a massive scientific project. Ingersoll Machine Tools held an exclusive VIP tour showcasing the work being done for the giant Magellan telescope. The manufacturer is building a 22-story tall mount for the instrument, the largest ever to be built in the United States. Ingersoll had to build the nation's largest gantry mill and 2 new manufacturing bays for the project. The chair of the telescope's foundation board says the instrument will help scientists understand the origins of life in the universe.
There are some things that we know, the astronomers, they know they want to look for, and this telescope is designed for that. One of those is to look for signs of conditions of life on other planets called exoplanets. So we will have instruments that measure, that can look for atmospheres and other signs of gases.
The telescope is scheduled to be finished in the early 2030s. It's set to be built in Chile.
A local nonprofit's moving locations to expand services. The Northern Illinois Foodbank announced today its Northwest Center's relocating to the former Kmart on Sandy Hollow Road. This new facility is 50% larger than their current location. That extra space helps to expand food storage and freezer space, along with wraparound services and community resources. The food bank's president says the move will also eliminate their current pickup time constraints.
We are now going to have space where we can have folks shopping for fresh, nutritious groceries while we have folks sorting and processing fresh, nutritious food to get into that market, all while in the back, neighbors can pick up online orders and agencies can come and pick up food.
The new food bank location is expected to be up and running later this year.
Former President Trump is on a blitz campaigning through battleground states tonight.
Up next, this comes as Vice President Kamala Harris begins preparing for her first presidential debate next month.
And coming up at 6, preparing teachers for the school year, the Rockford business helping Guilford educators stock up on classroom supplies.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Special Counsel Jack Smith has filed a new indictment against former President Trump that keeps the same criminal charges but narrows the allegations against him.
It follows a Supreme Court opinion conferring broad immunity on former presidents. The new indictment removes a section that dealt with Trump's interactions with the Justice Department, an area for which the Supreme Court, in a 6-3 opinion, said Trump was entitled to immunity from prosecution. Trump faces 3 charges of conspiracy and 1 obstruction charge. The former president and his running mate J.D. Vance are in swing state Michigan as part of a series of campaign events in battleground states critical to the election.
All of that as Vice President Kamala Harris preps for her first presidential debate against Trump. Im Nguyen has the latest from Washington, D.C.
The 2024 race entering a new phase as former President Trump and his running mate Senator J.D. Vance hit several key battleground states this week.
In 69 days, my friends, we're going to take this country back.
Vance slamming the Biden-Harris administration on the economy.
They are cooking the books to hide how bad the economy really is under Kamala Harris.
Vance behind bulletproof glass, the first time it's been used at a solo event for the Republican vice presidential nominee. The move underscoring new safety measures in place following the assassination attempt on former President Trump in July. Trump set to rally in Wisconsin Thursday and then head to Pennsylvania Friday, must-win states for the former president. In Michigan Monday, Trump making a quick stop at a campaign office.
If we can win this state, we win the whole thing. We win the whole thing.
Today, the Trump team confirming both Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and former Democrat Tulsi Gabbard have joined the Trump-Vance transition team.
I invite you to join me in doing all that we can to save our country and elect President Donald J. Trump.
This as Vice President Harris's momentum continues a week out of the Democratic National Convention, with the campaign touting more than $500 million raised in just a month. Harris and her VP pick, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, zeroing in on Georgia this week, readying a bus tour across the state that President Biden narrowly won in 2020, the first Democrat to do so in decades.
Sources tell us Harris is focused on debate prep for her first face-off with Trump in 2 weeks on ABC News. Meanwhile, her surrogates are out campaigning, including her husband, Doug Emhoff, today at a reception in New York. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
An excessive heat warning has been placed on the state line.
After the break, Candace tells us when the region will cool down a bit.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
All right, well, we know when we've got the heat building up and any sort of change that we're going to see at least the threat for some isolated severe thunderstorms. And we have had some storms quickly develop over the last hour, so much so that the National Weather Service has now just issued a severe thunderstorm watch for a portion of the area, including Walworth County in southern Wisconsin, Winnebago, Boone, McHenry, Ogle, Lee, and DeKalb counties. And this watch will run until 11 o'clock. This is actually the second severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued today. Now, this is in part to these thunderstorms that have quickly developed mostly east and northeast to Rockford. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for McHenry County until 5:30. I think this warning is actually going to be extended a little further into McHenry County. My biggest concern with this storm right now that is north of Franklinville, just to the west and northwest of Woodstock, is going to be very large hail. In fact, over the last 10-15 minutes or so, the hail size, or at least radar estimated hail size, has actually grown a bit. We've got rapidly rising air in the environment, which is allowing these thunderstorms to quickly grow and produce that hail threat. So ping pong ball sized hail going to be possible, and this color actually getting a little darker and darker with each radar scan, which tells me that that storm is growing. It hasn't necessarily dropped that hail core yet. So if you are in the path of this thunderstorm, it is currently moving to the east at 30 miles per hour. You want to make sure that you are seeking shelter because that sizable hail is going to do some damage. Now, that's the only thunderstorm we do have in place. It's also starting to develop just a little bit of a notch right here north of Marengo. So I think, you know, any sort of rotation is going to be kind of secondary to the wind and hail threat, but that is something we'll keep an eye on as it moves a little further in through McHenry County. There were severe thunderstorm warnings for parts of Rock County and Walworth County. Those storms have weakened considerably as that storm moving through McHenry County has really taken a lot of the energy. Now, so far, that is the only thing we have going on right now. Cold front sits off to the northwest. You can see those line of showers developing from Waterloo, Iowa, stretching into central Wisconsin. That front comes through later tonight, and that'll kind of give us another chance in areas that haven't had any thunderstorm activity here over the last couple of hours or so. Some additional thunderstorms as we go through the night. So 96 our current temperature in Rockford. It feels like 109, 93 right now in Freeport. That heat index currently sits at 100, and it's 114. That's what it feels like right now in Sterling. So there's a lot of heat to be had still out there this evening, and that'll carry over even as we get a little bit closer to sunset. Even the heat index staying in those upper 90s until we get towards later this evening. In fact, the new severe thunderstorm warning now coming out for eastern McHenry County until 6:30, just as I had mentioned, golf ball sized hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts possible. So we have that slight risk out for severe thunderstorms here. We already got a few isolated storms this evening, and then that threat will be there as the cold front comes in, even as we get after sunset. Now that front comes in later tonight, so about 8-9 o'clock, we might start to see some of those thunderstorms move in from the west and then move through about midnight or so. After that, things will quiet down. We don't get rid of that humidity. We still stay with the moisture. So some areas of fog will be possible tomorrow. And then as the front stalls to the south of us, some scattered thunderstorm activity throughout the day, but not widespread. It will still feel muggy, and that muggy feeling carries over into Thursday. As we go through Thursday night, second cold front comes in. Some thunderstorms will be possible with that. Going into early Friday. Friday night, we should dry things out. It'll still feel a little muggy out there, but then much more comfortable as we head into the weekend.
Thank you, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports. He'll fill us in on the Bears and Packers roster cuts and whether James Robinson made the Saints roster.
And can the Cubs pick up tonight in Pittsburgh where they left off last night?
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Bears roster is set at the NFL's 53-man limit for now. They waived or released 23 players this afternoon. The most notable cuts were fullback Kari Blasingame and quarterback Brett Rippon. Receiver Dante Pettis was put on injured reserve. And the Packers made 34 cuts. The most notable players to go were kicker Anders Carlson, quarterback Sean Clifford, and Michael Pratt, and offensive lineman Royce Newman. The bigger news is running back A.J. Dillon was put on injured reserve with a neck injury. He'll miss the entire season. Locally, bad news for Rockford native James Robinson. He had his contract terminated by the Saints. He didn't get a lot of touches in the preseason, but the ones he did get, he was pretty good. He rushed for 68 yards on 15 carries. That's an average of 4.5 yards a carry. He also caught 4 passes. Robinson will now hope to sign with another team or more likely a team's practice squad. NIU is going to kick off its season this Saturday afternoon in DeKalb against Western Illinois. And Thomas Hammock has a starting quarterback picked, but he won't say if it's Ethan Hampton or transfer Jalen Macon. Hammock did say today that he likes those two guys and they bring different skill sets to the team.
I'm excited about the quarterback room. I'm excited about what those guys bring. And then now on Saturday, it's up to them to go perform. And one thing about it, you know, like any other position, the guy that gives us the best chance to win is going to play.
The Cubs were mashing last night in Pittsburgh. 18 runs scored on 21 hits. Can they keep those bats hot tonight again against those Pirates? Cubs have won 7 of the last 10 games, and in those games, they've outscored their opponents by 25 runs. And they have a team batting average of .267. Tonight, they have Justin Steele going to the mound. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Well, our first Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Glass & More, a good tool to have as we've got these thunderstorms, isolated thunderstorms that have developed. One such thunderstorm now, that severe thunderstorm warning being extended into eastern McHenry County until 6:30. The storm right now over Woodstock, moving to the east at 20 miles per hour right now. Biggest threat going to be sizable hail, at least quarter-sized hail. Some of that has been reported with that storm. It's moving actually closer to a lake breeze. We still stay humid, guys, the next couple of days.
Thank you, Candace.
And thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you at 6.